Someone goes up round the curve back and then you
yeah. Right.
Good morning, lovely crew. How are we doing on Mike? Good to see you. Is that very good? Good. Oh, I see. There they are. Ready to go down the next bit.
down. No.
1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2.
Special racing.
Yeah, right.
Test, test. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2. Test, test, test. 1, 2.
Quite late, so they didn't actually like she did get to about 8:50 or something on the order. She said go to the lab to get it done over there. And spin the wheels and the acrylics got snapping to the back of the car.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the annual Worshipful Company of Coopers Class Race. My name's Alan Roberts. I'm the rental warden of the Coopers, and together with my fellow Cooper, we will be comparing you this morning. So, those teams who are ready to register, please go to my colleague and fellow Cooper Christian Ketley, who's on my left, just to the other side of the main entrance to the Guildhall. And teams can be registered there. We then have some space for practicing. The casks are lined up on the lanes. So once you're registered, your ability to come in and have a practice. And we will get moving with the racing just after 9:30. One or two housekeeping points before we get going this morning. As far as toilets are concerned, the art gallery, which is at the east end of Guildhall Yard, that opens from 10 o'clock this morning. So toilets from 10 o'clock there. But from before 10 o'clock there are toilets available in the west wing, which there are signs for. I'm pointing up, you can see me from the left, I'm pointing at the west wing. Over there, and there are signs for the toilets there. It's going to be a warm morning. We have supply of water, which is just behind the registration desk. Again, in the east corner, I'm pointing at that now from the left hand, there's a supply of water. And if anybody has any first aid requirements, whether it's dehydration or anything more acute, I'm very pleased to say that we're supported this morning by the St. John Ambulance Medical Response Team. They have an ambulance vehicle which is in the entrance to the Guildhall Yard. I'm pointing at now. St. John Ambulance Medical Response Team is one of our uniformed affiliates of the Worshipful Company of Coopers. We're delighted they've been able to support us this morning, providing first aid and support. Thank you. watching the racing. This is going to be an amazing morning today. We've got the largest Cask race entry to date in the history of the event. 4 lanes, as you can see, 4 hogshead casks ready to be raced. These are oak hogsheads made by English coopers in Yorkshire. The hogshead contains 54 beer gallons. They are empty. They are race casks, which means that the metal hoops are pinned in, so it won't be falling off. Unlike in the first cask race where we had hoops detaching themselves from the cask down the race lanes. So, just a reminder that lavatories, toilets are available in the art gallery after 10 o'clock this morning, but before 10 o'clock there are toilets available in the west wing of Guildhall, which is at the other end of the yard, Guildhall Yard, and there are signs to that. So toilets available before 10 o'clock in the west wing. I'm delighted to say that with the 32 teams that we have, that's the biggest entry to this race that we've had to date. We've got some very interesting teams taking part. Of course, all the teams are interesting. We're particularly welcoming of the City of London Army Cadet Force and the City of London Solicitors Company, who are the City of London Solicitors Company, founded in 1957, which is a particularly resonant year this year, for reasons I'll go into later. They're very welcome. It's the first time they've entered the race, and they are most welcome indeed. In particular, we would like to welcome the Beefeaters of the Tower of London. For the Beefeaters, yes, showing their muscles in the far corner. Very welcome to see you gentlemen this morning. They are the providers of beagles to a number of livery companies, and we're very proud to have 2 Beefeaters as our beagles for the Worshipful Company of Coopers. I'm particularly pleased to see the Beefeaters entering a team into the Cask race this year. Thank you very much. One of the most notable teams also this year will be the Lady Mayor's very own team. The Lord Mayor has opened the Cask race in previous years, but we've never had a mayor, the Lord Mayor actually racing in the events, and the Lady Mayor will be entering her own team. So thank you very much indeed, Susan Langley with the Lady Mayor's Mayor. Any teams arriving just as I'm talking now, you're welcome to register your attendance so that we can get moving promptly at just after 9:30. Christian Kidney, my fellow liveryman Cooper, is taking registrations in the corner at the registration desk, just by the red gate. While people are practicing, I'll just give you an idea of a few of the dramatis personae who are taking part this morning. I've already mentioned the Lady Mayor, who is already in attendance and casting a steely eye over proceedings. She's the 697th Mayor of London. But we also have the Chief Commoner, Mr. Philip Woodhouse, appearing today, and the Chief Commoner will be introducing another one of the characters that we have taking part. That will be our padre for the day. cast is something that we like to do to start the racing, and that will be done this year by the Reverend James Titley. Now, Reverend Titley has his church right behind us here on Guildhall Yard. It's the Guild Church of St. Lawrence Jewry, which is the church of the City of London Corporation. Hello everyone, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the practice races. Just a quick reminder that if you could keep the practice races fairly short so that everyone can have a go, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Teams are warming up. Just a reminder that we've got a supply of gloves available as well. If you haven't picked up your gloves, then there are free gloves available from the table on the other side of the registration desk. And we have a supply of water as well. If anybody gets thirsty as the morning goes on, you shouldn't need to be thirsty. Just behind the registration desk there is a tank of water and cups to use. indication of what we're going to be going through before the racing starts. At about 9:15, the practicing will come to an end, and teams will take their place, ready to start the racing. We'll have a few words of introduction from the master of the worshipful company of Coopers, Mr. Tony Miller. Tony will then hand over to the chief commoner, who will give a few short words before then himself handing over to the Reverend James Titley, who will bless the casks. Now, this year is an interesting year. All previous years we've only had 3 race lanes. But this event has proved so popular that this year we've opened a 4th race lane. That's required a new cask to be commissioned. So one of these casks, I think it's the one near me, near the podium, has to be blessed, or rather baptized. So we will have a baptism of our new cask for the race that will take place immediately before the line referees take their place ready for the racing to start. And that racing will be started by the Chief Commoner, Mr. Philip Woodhouse, at 9:35. Those who don't know, the Chief Commoner is an office of the Corporation of London, established in 1444. He or she is elected by the Court of Common Council and oversees that council's order. We're delighted that Philip Woodhouse, Chief Commoner, will be with us today to open the racing. I was telling you that our cask is going to be blessed today by the Reverend James Titley. He presides over St Lawrence Jury, the church opposite, on the opposite side of the Guildhall Yard from where I'm talking now. The church of St Lawrence Jury has some curious parallels with the Worshipful Company of Coopers in a couple of dates. It was originally built in 1136, but rebuilt after the Great Fire of London in 1666, designed by Sir Christopher Wren. Unfortunately, it was then burned inside. The walls were standing, but the interior was burnt down in 1940 during the war, and then restored in 1957. That has a curious parallel with a couple of dates for the Worshipful Company of Coopers. In 1666, we too were burnt out of our livery hall at Bassingshaw Ward, and in 1940 we were bombed out of our livery hall during the war, and in 1957 we took ownership of our current livery hall at Devonshire Square. The Coopers Hall is a lovely Georgian townhouse, built originally in 1690.
welcome again to the Cooper's annual Cask race. I hope you're all enjoying the practice runs. Just as a reminder, if you've just joined, the registration's over on this side. There's some gloves next to the red gate. And if you do need the bathroom, it will be over on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see me on the stage, but it's over this side until 10 o'clock when the toilets open at Guildhall Gallery. Thank you. Enjoy the practice runs. And just a reminder, we do have our first aid provided by the wonderful St John MRT, who have their station on the far side of Guildhall. As a reminder, there is also water, so please do, it's a warm day, please do remember to keep hydrated and fill up your water just by the registration on the left-hand side. As you're going through the practice runs, just make sure that if you're on the lane that's adjacent to the stage, just be careful that there is some sharp corners, so keep that in mind. One or two thank yous before we get going again today. On the microphones, providing some focus to the morning, you've got myself, Alan, and Arv, both members of the worshipful company of Coopers. We particularly welcome the lady there with us this morning, together with the Chief Commoner, and James Tipley, the Reverend James Tipley from St Lawrence Jury. I'd like to thank in particular the organising committee for this event, all members of the worshipful company of Coopers. That's Liam, Arv, Christian Kitley on the registration desk, Nick Pont, Taskmaster Eleanor Cook, and Chris Reiner, who is hopefully with us this morning. I haven't seen Chris yet. We've also got Danny Hackett, who is on the Cooper's merchandise table, which is somewhere towards the art gallery. Do please contribute to his efforts to sell Cooper's merchandising this morning. I know he's very keen to sell you baseball caps and all sorts of other things. I'd also like to thank the clerk of the worshipful
Company of Coopers Wing Commander Stephen Borthwick. Stephen is with us today, taking, I wouldn't exactly say a back seat, but not carrying the mantle of the heavy weight of organisation of this event today, but in the background, the instrument in ensuring that the logistics for this event have come together this morning. Thank you, Stephen. We'll also be having marshals on the course, one of whom is the lady there, but the marshals are otherwise provided in large measure by our honorary assistants of the Worshipful Company of Coopers. They are former past masters even of the company, and they will be taking seats at either end of the race lanes to ensure fair play. The marshals that we'll be having with us this morning have done service in the past masters and honorary assistants. Michael Zuckerman, just on my left in front of the trophy table. Peter Sims, Richard Sibley, Harry Valston and Ian Frew. Please do, Richard. Marshals are riding as I speak. And while you are racing, next to the stage on my left here, you can have a glimpse of some of the prizes that are on offer for some of the fastest racers of today's event. We've got some beers from Norton Brewery, as well as, of course, the small cask and some whiskey. Some fantastic prizes on offer, so want to make sure this practice is as productive as it can be. Proceedings with welcomes at 9:15, so I'd just like to give a warning that anyone who's just arrived who hasn't yet had a chance to practice, this is a 10-minute warning, so if you've just arrived, we are currently doing practice runs. If you've not yet had a chance to practice, please do proceed to the registration next to the red gate, collect your gloves, and have a practice run if you've not had a chance yet. So as Harlan just said, a great thank you to our two main sponsors for this event, TCM IP Solutions and also Hook Norton Brewery. Hook Norton has supported us from the start of this event, and the prizes that you can see on the prize table for the winning teams will be a pack of Hook Norton beer, the casks that we're racing today are English oak, I will stand corrected with that, possibly correct, hogsheads, 54 beer gallons of capacity. They're all made by Master Cooper Jonathan Mandy and Alistair Sim in Yorkshire. And these are race casks, so the race casks have the hoops pinned so they will not come loose. They are empty, as those who have been practicing will realise. If they were full, they'd be a whole lot more difficult to roll around. And we are augmenting the main event with our annual Mini Coopers event, which is using pin casts. To my right, you can see that there are a couple of smaller casks, again made by Jonathan Mandy, Master Cooper, and the pin cask has a capacity of 4.5 gallons, and they'll be used for the Mini Coopers event, which is for children and grandchildren of the Worshipful Company of Coopers, who will have their own chance to get a feel for this event so that when they've grown up they'll be taking part in it, hopefully as members of the Worshipful Company of Coopers, our next generation. So for those of you starting, just arriving, please make sure that you've had an opportunity to practice if you want one, and we'll be starting the racing in just after 9:30, but there'll be some formalities ahead of that, starting at about 9:20. So please make sure you've had a practice after registration.
Massive round of applause, as I'm sure rolling in that wonderful coat has its challenges. We will be kicking off very shortly. So if you've not had the chance to have some water yet, please do. Please gather the troops. Time for motivational speeches.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we start to prepare for the formalities ahead of the racing opening, I see that the marshals are starting to gather. We have the honorary assistants of the Worshipful Company of Coopers providing the marshals together with the Lady Mayor. The City of London in action, seeing the Lady Mayor rolling a cask from one of their livery companies. Wonderful stuff. We have Taskmaster Peter Timms, Richard Sibley, Perry Bousdale, and Michael Zuckerman as marshals. Teams, if you can just gather yourselves together in the order for racing. In a couple of minutes, I will be handing the microphone over to the master of the Worshipful Company of Coopers, Mr. Tony Miller, after which the Chief Commoner, Mr. Philip Woodhouse, will speak, and then I'm delighted to say Father James Tipley from St. Rob's Jewellery will be blessing the casks.
Did well, sir.
Time
quick announcement before we have the opening speeches. If the Coopers and Coburn School team could go to the glove table, Nick Pont, liveryman Nick Pont would like to make sure that you've got gloves issued, and I'm hoping that Nick is giving me a thumbs up now, that that's all good. Coopers and Coburn School to the glove table, please. I'd now like to call upon the master of the worshipful company of Coopers.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be up so early. I'm delighted to be up so early on a Saturday morning. And welcome to the 2026 Cask race. My name is Philip Woodhouse and I'm the Chief Commoner. Just to give you a tiny bit of background, the Chief Commoner represents the Common Councillors. It's been in existence since 1444, probably about the same time as people started making casks. But it's a unique role because it's elected by the entire court here. So I have no idea what they were on that day. To compare it to the House of Commons, it's somewhere between the Speaker or the mother or father of the House. I'm a past Master Grocer and the immediate past Chair of the Livery Committee, and I hope that you've benefited from seeing more on the Livery Committee website over the last couple of years, brilliantly now chaired by Julie Sibley. It's great that we now have 114 livery companies, many of whom are here today to try and win this coveted title, and I believe and hope that they will beat the Merchant Tailors, who are the current holders. We love friendly competition. I'm delighted to open the event, a fantastic example of what makes the city the destination city. Blending the old with the new for a unique experience like no other. I have to say, having seen the Lady Mayor training just now, it really is a unique experience. The Cask race is a modern sporting and charitable event, I think started in 2021 as a celebration of the end of the pandemic, and I really congratulate the Coopers for coming up with this idea. We are here in the, thank you. We are here in Guildhall Yard, which is particularly special because I believe historically damaged casks were brought here to Guildhall Yard to be broken up when they were faulty. So a fitting location for a modern celebration of the Cooper's craft. The event has grown since an annual city celebration with livery companies, board companies and corporate sponsors being involved in the races. Again, thank you to the Coopers for organising the event. But also later on, I'd like you to focus on the fact that we have some cadets coming who are currently involved in the Tri-Service Cadet Challenge, and they're visiting various livery halls in Mansion House this morning, and I think that's a welcome addition to this event. A final thought before we get underway. Many of you will have been in Guildhall Yard before, but around the outside is a black line or black circle. And I just think it's quite worthwhile remembering that in AD 70, the Romans built the amphitheatre of London here. So that's 2,000 years, over 2,000 years ago, or almost 2,000 years ago. But today we have no lions, we have 32 teams of modern gladiators, ready to enjoy the cask relay. Please note, the Lady Mayor has a team, and this is for the first time that the Mansion House has been represented. And I hope her distinguished team will perform well, with grace, but absolutely no favour. I wish you a great competition. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you, the Coopers. Thank you all for being here. And it now gives me great pleasure to hand over to Father James Titley, who's going to bless the casks. Thank you very much.
Let us pray. Almighty God, whose bounty has long been entrusted to casks, fashioned by the skill and care of the cooper, bless now these casks, that they may roll true, stand firm, and honour the craft from which they come. And as we bless the work of faithful hands, so now also bless those who race them. Grant to each of them steady feet, willing hearts and generous spirit. Keep them safe from slips, gracious in victory, and cheerful in defeat. And if cask and racer should differ over direction, grant that all may nevertheless reach the finish in good fellowship and with thankful hearts. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Father Tilly. We now have even more solemnity with the baptism of our new cask. We've got 3 casks until this year, but the 4th cask is a new cask made by Master Cooper Jonathan Manby in Yorkshire, and to be baptised now. So over to the Lady Mayor and Chief Commoner, who will baptise the cask. Excellent. Well done. Thank you very much, both of you. Wonderful. There are now no further reasons for us to desist from racing to the serious business of the morning. And the racing will be started by... sorry.
Hello everyone, thank you very much for being here today. I'm going to give the health and safety and our best. And we're going to bring how the racing will work today. You have 4 casks before you, 4 teams. It will go like this. You will race your cask one at a time, up and around the cone. Through the cone, across the cone, move the cone, up and around the cone. And then race back. The next person does exactly the same thing. The final person comes in and they're about to come to the finish line. They stop this back and control away and then raise the cask. Once it is raised, that's when you're finished. We're not finished until that cask is raised properly. If you're struggling, your teammates can help you, but that is how that works. We have our fantastic honorary assistants and our masters who will have flags like linesmen who will stick lines to us when that is when you have completed the racing, and a stopwatch as well to record your time, because this year we're recording the fastest team. Now the first race we're going to like now have our lines with the Lady Mayor, Chief Commoner, Mayor Resource, and also the Master Cooper. So please take your space. The Lady Mayor would like to start the race for us today. We have St John's Ambulance here for you, very enthusiastic people who like to come over. Do stay safe. What I will ask is, in all seriousness, if we say stop, for any reason, like myself or anyone says stop, you will stop in your place as is. A, that means you will stop in a safe way, and B, it means that we can keep control of the car. Well, thank you very much. I hand over now to the Lady Mayor to start the race. There's a much band there with a Cooper's Company hat on. The best Cooper's Company hat on. Thank you very much. Take the positions.
Are we ready? Take your rolling positions. 3, 2, 1, go!
race, if the cadets team 2, team B, will be able to report to the red gate, please, that would be fantastic to get prepared for the next race. Brilliant showing in our first race from the Worshipful Company of Distillers. They received their royal charter in 1638. Unfortunately, they had some trouble with the Worshipful Company of Apothecaries, who opposed their grant of charter, leading to their enrollment as a livery being delayed by many years, up to 1672. Today the company supports charities, the spirits industry through scholarships, awards and charitable giving, and includes many people from across the industry. Chartered in 1372. They have a long-standing rivalry with the Skinners Company over their precedence among the livery companies, alternating between 6 and 7 on odd and even years. The Merchant Taylors Company founded the very famous school in Northwood, and King Edward III granted the charter, establishing the company's full role in regulated tailoring and garment making. Historically, the company controlled the quality of garments and trained apprentices in craftsmanship and tailoring.
good as her, but they've never been.
If racing teams could also keep an eye on the schedule next to the red gate, the times of the upcoming races will be on there, just so you can be ready and get your team together so we can keep everything running smoothly. Brilliant effort, teams. Fantastic work. brings us the company of watermen and lightermen of the Thames to make their way to the Red Gate. Ah, okay, fantastic. If you can make your way to the front, to the casks.
Which team are you? Engineers. Engineers, lovely. Very nice. Communicators. Barrel pushing is not their usual.
Until we work out how it rolls.
Yeah.
Racing going on here. Particularly likely to note the splendid headgear being sported by the waterman and lighterman, the Tudor bonnets. Surely a candidate for the Fancy President Prize at the end of the race today. The Apothecaries won it last year, and I think it's been playing again this year. But thank you very much, waterman and lighterman, for their most splendid Tudor bonnets.
Also joining us today on this race is the Westfield Company of Communicators, representing professionals in PR, media and communication. Founded in 1995, this is recognised as the 110th livery company. Members include journalists, speechwriters, broadcasters, and digital content creators. Fantastic.
Yes. You had it all? Yeah, you had it all. Oh no, that is participating.
Joining us today, the Worshipful Company of Harlem, company dating back to These are historically supporting heart men, and he is common representative of environmental transport within the transport and logistics sector. They promote fellowship and those engaged in this transport trade and the like, so we focus on development, education and development of transport education for the public. Best of luck. Very much well underway now as the teams are getting comfortable. See that speed slowly increasing. Clusters, TCM IP services, the Cooper's BT, and the chartered architects make their way to the red gate to prepare as they will be in the upcoming race. They'll be taking a seat on my right here. That's again the Clusters, TCM IP services, Cooper's BT, and chartered architects. Please make your way to the red gate. Well done, race 6, the Bakers, Educators, Broad Street Ball Club, and the Innholders. Brilliant race. Now I welcome the Plasterers, TCM, Cooper's B Team, and Chartered Architects to take their places. And the next race coming up will be the Constructors, the Beefeaters, the Paviers, and the Porters. Can the Constructors, Beefeaters, Paviers, and Porters make their way to the red gate, take their places on the red chairs on my right to prepare for the race upcoming. Thank you. Time of 1 minute and 11 seconds to beat.
Go on, Lee.
Constructors, Beefeaters, Paviers, and Porters. If anyone has not, please do make your way to the red gates and have a seat on the red chairs to the right of the stage. Round of applause there, fantastic, well done. Can the Constructors, Beefeaters, Paviers and Porters make their way over to the Casks, please? tailors A-team, distillers A-team, and solicitors to make their way to the red gate. To get ready, you'll be sat on the red chest to the right of the stage to prepare for the next race. That is the Carmen, Merchant Tailors A, Distillers A-team, and solicitors. Joining us today is a worshipful company called Prevui, originally dating back to the 13th century. They still fund research into modern road building technologies to this day. They were the Royal Charter granted in 1479 by King Edward IV. Historically responsible for paving and maintenance of London streets and highways. Brilliant work from our teams there. Now, can I please ask the Carmen, Merchant Tailors, Distillers and Solicitors to make their way to the Cask, please. The upcoming race will be the Broad Street Walk Club, Bakers, Merchant Tailors Ladies Team, and Second Team. If these teams could please make their way to the red chairs on the right of the stage, that is the Broad Street Walk Club, the Bakers, Merchant Tailors Ladies Teams, and the Farmers Second Team. Fantastic work on the race. Well done, Distillers. Merchant Tailors. merchant tailors ladies also make their way to the right-hand side of the stage, please? The next teams can make their way to the casks, please. The next race will be the Cooper's B team, the Plasterers, Leather Sellers C team, and Surveyors. Could the Cooper's B team, Plasterers, Leather Sellers C team, and Surveyors make their way to the right-hand side of the stage, please? Thank you. Brilliant work there. If the Cooper's B team, Plasterers, Leather Sellers C team, and Surveyors could now make their way to the casks, please.
So ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for the next race, there's clearly the temperature is heating up on the track. It's almost as if it was F1 we'd have slicks fitted to the metal hoops on these racing barrels, racing casks rather. Nice to see the Distillers doing so well there, a couple of races back. I just wanted to make mention of the Cask Group. The Distillers are one of 4 livery companies taking part this morning from the Cask Group. Cask Group is the allied trades around the cask, comprising the coopers who make the cask, the distillers, the inn holders, the glass sellers, all of those having teams racing today. The brewers and the vintners, shame, don't have teams racing today, although there was a past master brewer here earlier today, Miles, who is scouting the event for a brewer's team next year. And I had a word with the current master vintner earlier this week with a view to getting them along next year. So we will see what we can do. But the Cask Group well represented with 4 teams this year, and the Distillers certainly putting in a clean pair of heels racing today. I'd just like to thank again in a little more detail our 2 event sponsors. The main sponsor today is TCM. TCM supports owners and managers of commercial property with technologies and practical approaches to logistical and technical challenges with property. We're grateful for TCM to sponsor today. Thank you very much. Our other event sponsor is Northern Brewery. You see their posters on the railings and also down here
and the engineers. Please give the paviours, constructors, communicators second team, and engineers made their way to the red seats on the right side of the stage.
He's not running just yet. He's waiting.
Before the next race starts, just a word ahead of our programme to let you know that we'll be having a mini Coopers event which will take place after, I think, this race or the next race. Mini Coopers is for the children and grandchildren of Coopers who are given a cask rolling experience. I have a fine example of a Mini Cooper on my right on the stage in the shape of Sterling Pont, who has the red flag and is sitting on pin casks, the smallest cask that we have available today, 4.5 gallons each of those, and Sterling will be demonstrating, as will hopefully a few other children, the Mini Coopers event in the next short while. But now over to the next race, Art, if you'd like to get the scenes ready. Thank you.
Come on, Christmas!
Put it up first, the blue key, and it goes up.
up shortly will be, as Alan mentioned, the Mini Coopers event. For the time being, make sure you grab some water, make sure you take a rest, make sure you stretch, and we'll be back on very shortly.
Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we've now got a few minutes break while we give an opportunity for Mini Coopers to have a try at the Cask race. Now, having said what I said, we've got one Mini Cooper, Sterling Ponce, on my right. If there are any other children or grandchildren who would like to come forward with adult supervision, then please do. We've got a pin cask for you to have a go with, and I know Sterling is with his dad Nick, liveryman of the Worshipful Company of Coopers, will do a demonstration. Now, Nick originally hails from Australia. If anybody was at Henley yesterday, you'll see the Australians didn't do brilliantly, but they will do better at the cask racing today. I'm not sure that whether any Hong Kong betting syndicates have got hold of the Coopers Cask race yet to be putting money on what's taking place this morning, as they clearly had at Henley yesterday. And those followers of the press will notice that there's a certain unsavoury whiff around pétanque at the moment in the press. I have to say it's rather more pétanque being played in France that's being caught out with unsavoury practices, rather than the inter-livery pétanque competition, which takes place on the 30th of July this year at Vauxhall Gardens. But Hong Kong betting circuits, I'm sure, will be getting a handle on inter-livery companies if we're not too careful and what's more serious in the next few years. Joking aside, Nick, if you and Sterling would like to take a pin cast, we'll see what we can do. Aha, there are more Mini Coopers appearing through the red gates. Excellent. The next generation of a Worshipful Company of Coopers. Maybe not all Coopers. I'm just looking at, I'm getting some stares back at me with that one. You're very welcome, whatever you're doing. Now the track today has performed well. I've got to say that I was talking with past master Richard Sibley, who is the lone marshal down at the far end of the track, a few minutes ago, and that those who have had an eye on him will have seen he's had his work cut out keeping those traffic cones lined up. There's been some very unruly cornering of the cones taking place during the morning's racing so far, but Richard's kept it in line, and there have been one or two eyebrows raised at that end of the circuit. But thank you, Richard, very much for doing what you've done single-handedly down there.
the Mini Coopers today are demonstrating pin casks. These are made by Master Cooper Johnson Manby, and they are the smallest of the commercial sized casks that are made in England. They're 4.5 gallons, and as opposed to the hogsheads, which are the adult racing casks that you see on the track, which are 54 beer gallons. So we've got Sterling Pond lined up on the track, and off he goes. Just to say thank you to St John Ambulance Medical Response Team with their ambulance in the background. If anybody is feeling unwell or dehydrated or in any other way in need of first aid attention, St John Ambulance Medical Response Team will be very happy to help. I hope we won't be having any incidents on the track, of course, but we did last year, and they were very helpful and came to our assistance when we needed them. The medical response team from St John Ambulance is one of the uniformed affiliations of the Worshipful Company of Coopers that we are delighted to be associated with. They do great work at organised events with their specialist skills, and we really do value their presence within the community. Worshipful Company of Coopers has a number of other uniformed affiliations, which is quite common to livery companies, but not all of them. But ours we are very pleased to have. We don't have any others racing with us today, but in previous years we've had the Household Cavalry Regiment, based down in Bulford. They're one of our uniformed affiliations. Also HMS Presidents, the headquarters reserve unit of the Royal Navy. They've had teams with us racing in previous years. You've seen cadets racing, and the Army Cadet Force for London and the North East region are our particular affiliations. They are often working with us on our ceremonial events in the city. And we have two others. One is 99 Squadron from the Royal Air Force. They are equipped with the C-17, very large transport Globemaster aircraft. They have their 25th anniversary of flying the C-17 coming up at the end of this month on the 31st of July. There's a celebration at RAF Prize Norton at which I think 20 Coopers will be in the party, visiting them to celebrate their particular anniversary. And then the last but not least, because most recent affiliation we have is with the City of London Mounted Police. That affiliation will be formally certificated and solemnised in the next couple of months. And that brings up the list of our uniformed affiliations with the Wonderful Company of Coopers, the Mounted Police, a much loved and respected part of the community that keeps the City of London moving.
If we can get some round of applause going for the kids, get this race on, get the energy up.
We will shortly be back to racing schedule. Can we please get the Leather Sellers A team, the Cadets A, Cooper's School, and Cooper's A team on the seats on the right hand side of the stage. That's the Leather Sellers A, Cadets A, the Cooper's School, and Cooper's A team. If we can get you lined up
and the racing will restart shortly.
Can the 14 take their places, please?
The next race will be the educators, the in-holders, the engineers, and the leather sellers B team. So can I please ask the educators, the in-holders, the engineers, and the leather sellers B team to please make your way to the red gate and then to the red seats on the right-hand side of the stage, please. if I can ask the next teams to take their places at the casks, we're expecting the educators, inn holders, the engineers, and leather sellers, B team. The next race will be TCM, the architects, the glovers, and the communicators. Communicators Team 1. Can please in TCM, the architects, glovers, and communicators, first team, or Team 1, make their way to the red chairs, please. Master Cooper make his way to the stage, please? Please can the Master Cooper make his way to the stage? Thanks.
I'm very well. Hello, David. How are our boys doing? We've been on yet?
Yeah, they're enjoying the day.
Okay. Yeah, a bit like the shooting.
They're about
I
to
think.
go again. You time that.
Oh, okay. I guess.
And if the next set of racers could make their way over to the casks, please.
It was start.
If the Master Cooper is available, he can make his way to the stage.
So here's our guys in the combat.
good.
Go for it. Way. Come on, Lee. Go on, Lee.
Please can the porters, glass sellers, and watermen and lightmen make your way to the red chairs, please.
Race, we didn't do very well.
Go, Glovers.
We won in the first race, and then we swapped over, and then we going round the top. But I picked it up and just did
Go on, Keelan. Come on, 296. Come on, go for it. Come on, Tom. Go on, Tom.
good technique. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Go, 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 go!
Woo!
Come on, 296, get up!
296!
Great racing. For the next race, I'd like to invite the beefeaters, the bolters, the glass sellers, and the watermen and lightermen to take their lanes.
Well, we get our work out as well, don't we?
Senior beating.
Well done, 296.
The next race will be the Cooper's School, Carmen Team 1, Ladder Sellers Team A, and Distillers Team A. These go to Cooper's School, Carmen Team 1, Ladder Sellers A, and Distillers A make their way to the red chairs on the right hand side of the stage.
Morning, Richard. How are we doing? Yeah, good. How are you? Yes, we will be ahead of the next race. Good morning. How are we doing?
Fantastic run there by the Beefeaters.
Well, thank you guys for watching this. It's going to go forever long. But yeah, I will check you guys out next weekend. And hopefully there'll be a better previews to watch. Peace out.
Give it up.